Being associated with the worst bitch in the world.
What happened?
She came to my house, took £500,000 worth of jewelry and watches, and treated me like an absolute fucking disgusting piece of shit.
Today's video, I am going to be asking wealthy people their worst money mistakes and what you can learn from it. Let's go. What do you do?
I'm an author. I write books. I write biographies.
Okay. And what biography do you have out at the moment?
It's called Winkle. It's about a very famous pilot, British pilot, flew more types of aeroplane than anybody else. He died 10 years ago. And it's biography of the year, according to the Daily Mail.
What's the biggest financial mistake you've made and what did you learn from it or you wish you'd avoided?
I think probably the first time I got married was the biggest financial mistake, in that my first wife rather liked horses and they're expensive. So I don't recommend you buy horses unless you really can afford it.
Okay. What was the issue with the horses?
They eat money. and they die, and the vet's bills are astronomical.
What's the most you've made in a year, if you don't mind saying?
Oh, probably about 300,000 when I had a successful book.
Nice, fantastic. Was there ever a point where you lost a significant amount of money, and what did you learn from that?
Oh yeah, I mean, you make and lose money throughout your life, but you can do some things which are really stupid. You can, as I was, have my PayPal account hacked.
Oh no.
What? So that was 10 grand gone. So yeah, you can make mistakes.
How did they take 10 grand?
I'm foolish enough to have a limit above 10 grand. I was foolish enough to have it. I don't anymore.
So were they just buying things and then?
Yeah, I suddenly noticed that it had depleted. So if you have PayPal, if you have stuff on your phone, make sure all your safety protocols are up to date.
That makes sense. And how did you recover from that?
I worked harder. I mean, you know, I'm 71. I'm still working 5-6 days a week. I'm just completing another book. That's a lot of graft. You don't get paid until you deliver. So it's hard work.
Is there a trend or hot topic that you invested in that you later regretted investing?
Somebody once tried to get me to invest in Bitcoin.
Okay.
And I decided that was not for me. I think the most important thing I found was that you need somebody to look after your money. I mean, they call them wealth managers. I mean, it sounds as if you've got millions, but a wealth manager can look after your money if it's only 10,000.
And how long have you been with your wealth manager?
15 years.
Okay. And how did you find them and how did you go about knowing that there's someone to trust and they're doing the right thing?
So the most important thing with that is be recommended by somebody else. So I recommend to people my guy.
Okay.
Because he's really, really good.
Is he a flat fee per year or is he a percentage of the amount that he's managing for you, or is it a mix of the two?
It's a mix of the two.
Was there a time you spent a lot on image and status that you look back on and you regret or wish you hadn't?
Yeah, I suppose when I was younger, I was really into smartly cut suits, bespoke suits. I've discovered actually I'm pretty much a Marks and Sparks cut man.
Okay, I like Marks and Spencer's as well. So
you know, and then but now I spoil myself. I go to Jermyn Street. There are a number of really good gentlemen's outfitters that do really good blazers and things like this one. Nice. I've had this for a while. I don't intend to change it until the sleeves drop off.
Is there a financial habit or mindset you had that you regret holding on to?
I'm pretty careful with my money. I spoil my son. I guess everyone spoils their child if they have one.
Is there an asset you bought which has lost most of its value?
The horses are gone now. That was 30 years ago, 35 years ago. No, I don't think so. Okay. I think I've been quite careful.
What's the best piece of financial advice or money advice you've ever had?
Best piece of advice was start saving early. Get on the property ladder as soon as you can.
Being associated with the worst bitch in the world.
What happened?
She came to my house, took £500,000 worth of jewelry and watches, and treated me like an absolute fucking disgusting piece of shit.
Wow. How did you meet her? Or how did you know her?
She lived around the corner from my house.
Which area was this?
South Kensington.
Oh wow, okay. Have you ever lost more money than that $500,000?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. How? What happened?
Made bad investments.
And how much did you lose?
A substantial amount of money.
How did you recover from that?
Upstairs. God looked after me.
Okay.
Hard work.
And so the woman who stole $500,000 from you, where is she now?
She's sitting in her home in South Kensington.
So she's still your neighbour?
No, I rented out my house and I've gone to live in south of France.
What's the financial habit or mindset you've had that you wish you'd let go of sooner?
Cut ties with people that are dishonest and deceivious and crooked. Cut them straight away.
So was there a time you used to focus on, say, money and status? And if so, how have you changed from that?
I don't give a toss. I don't care about it anymore. It means nothing to me. Money's the root of all evil. evil, but it's something I don't care about.
What's the best financial advice you've ever had or you've ever followed?
Be with the right people, enjoy the right people, trust the right people, and have a good time.
Or biggest financial mistake that you've ever made, and how did you recover from that?
Investing in stocks and shares without speaking to somebody with knowledge.
Okay. What happened? How much did you lose?
Good few grand.
What did you invest in that didn't go right?
Just general stocks and shares. It's all over the internet, innit? You can invest in anything nowadays. Put money into that, thought it was going somewhere, made a bit of a return, and it was completely false. I'd invested my money into something that wasn't real because I had no advice, I had no knowledge, I just wanted to make money. So I was like, I'm going to invest in stocks and shares. I made nothing.
So aside from that, have you ever lost a significant amount of money? Like, what's the most significant amount of money you've lost, and how did you recover from that?
Las Vegas nearly killed me. We went to Vegas for my 21st, and I think I'd done about 5 grand on craps table.
Wow. And
Yeah.
you lost it all?
Yeah, I was crap. But I had a great time.
Okay. So do you regret it or?
No, I'd saved that holiday. I knew what I was going to spend. I had a
Okay.
brilliant time.
Okay.
But yeah, listen, I wouldn't recommend it. I was in a position where I had a little bit of spare cash and I was having a great time on holiday. I'd saved for years. It was through the pandemic. I was working for the NHS back to back to back. I saved my money. I had a great time in Vegas. But no, don't go and spend a load of money on gambling. It never pays off, ever.
Was there a time you spent a lot on status or image? What did you learn from that?
Yeah, the pandemic was tough for me. I was in Scotland. I was 500 miles away from my family. I had to stay there. I had no choice. I couldn't get home. The border had shut. There was no flights. There was no trains. So at that point, I was massively involved in my image. You know, I wanted everything. I wanted to be dripping in designer. I wanted to be the top of what I could be. I spent so much money with all these clothes and bags and shoes and Louis this, Prada this. It meant nothing. Nobody thought of me any differently.
How do you think you could avoid that situation?
Influence on social media. Not everything is what you see. People post the best snippets of their life. Do you know what I mean? So you look at people on the street now, they're taking photos. Are they going to post it or they're not? Is it the best moment of their day? Is it not? Everything you see on social media is the best part of somebody's day. And you're just constantly trying to beat the best part of somebody's day so you feel that little bit better. So strip it back. Is it really their normal everyday life, or have they just took the best part? It's having that mentality of, I would rather post something authentic and real and that what truly is the best part of my day than going and spending £1,000 on a bag and taking one selfie and that's it, it's done. Do you know what I mean?
What's a financial habit or mindset you held on to for too long?
ClearPay does everything.
What's ClearPay?
ClearPay, so it's a bit like Klarna, but you do it over every 2 weeks. Everyone's in this mentality that ClearPay and Klarna is the way.
Any last pieces of advice with regards to bad financial mistakes and learning from them, or just in general?
Just be clear on what you want. Set yourself goals, set yourself achievable goals as well. Do you know what I mean? We're living in a world that's harsh. Make yourself happy. Think about your future. Think about what you want to achieve. And be kind to yourself. This world is bloody hard. Be kind. Give yourself an easy time, but set yourself up for a good future because it's going to be rougher in 20 years.
Thank you. Fantastic.
David
and
Linda.
And what did you do when you were working?
I was a solicitor.
I was a teacher.
In Liverpool?
Well, on the world.
What's the biggest money mistake you wish you'd avoided?
Probably not buying a more expensive house.
Were you able to? Did you have the money to be able to buy a more expensive house?
I probably did.
Yeah. What's the worst money mistake you wish you'd avoided?
Losing money to what was for Equitable Life, an investment in Equitable Life.
What's the best investment you've ever made?
Buying property.
Yeah. What advice would you have for people interested in property? How to get into their first property and actually be profitable in property?
Oh, borrow as much as you can afford is the best advice because, you know, God stopped making land, but he didn't stop making people, did he?
Is there a trend or hot investment that you ever invested in but you regretted investing in?
No, I don't think so.
You're always quite conservative, you said.
I was quite conservative.
Well, same for me apart from Equitable Life.
What about, was there a time you spent a lot of money to keep up a status or image?
No, I never cared much about my image. Bought quite expensive clothes when I was working. But apart from that, wasn't bothered about image.
What's a financial habit or mindset you regret holding on to?
Perhaps it's being meaner than I should be with myself and with other people.
Do you have any examples of how that was maybe and how you've changed?
Yeah, well, you tell me how I've changed.
Well, I don't think so.
Oh, don't you?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Okay. Thank you both. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. What do you do?
Business management
Okay. You wanted to say where?
in Harrods.
Harrods. Great. Fantastic. What's the biggest money mistake you've made that you wish you'd avoided?
Probably not saving earlier in my life.
Okay.
My mum's a bit advocate for saving and I should have probably listened because they're always right.
Was there ever a point you lost a significant amount of money and how did you bounce back from that?
To be honest with you, I have been quite savvy with my money. My mum worked in finance, so I've always been kind of raised to respect money and not to take too many risks. Not a significant amount, but I think maybe now and then a frivolous spend, which I might regret because sometimes we feed into the hype of brands. So I might have flourished a little bit on things that probably weren't worth the money.
Like what?
Designer things. So I think we realise actually they're not really worth the price tag that you see in store.
So you said you think you're quite savvy with money. What's the smartest or savviest thing you think you've done with money?
I think for me it has to be now, even though I did say I should have started earlier, but saving money.
Okay.
Having like a rainy day fund and always having like a fallback just in case, because I feel like, especially living in London, things can change quite quick. So I think you need to be really just always ready for a change and to be able to be financially stable, that if something does happen that you're secure in your finances.
Do you save a certain amount of your income per month, or how do you, what's your saving principle or habit or method?
Try and save a certain amount each month, and I keep it in a separate account. That kind of for me then is like a no-go. So once it goes into that account, I just don't touch it, and then I have like my everyday like daily expenses.
Is there an asset that you bought that maybe lost most of its value, and if so, what happened?
Car. Well, we all know as soon as you drive it out of the forecourt that it's depreciating. So for me, I wanted to treat myself when I was a bit younger, and I did buy a nice car, and the upkeep, insurance, things like that was just like a money pit.
What was the car?
A BMW.
What did you learn from that?
That, again, you should live within your means. At the time, I did have the money to buy it. But again, then when you've had it for a little while, the novelty wears off and you try to resell, you're going to get a lot less on what you originally paid.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Hi everyone, my name is Korede and I'm embarking on an exciting challenge going from 100 subscribers to 10,000 subscribers in 1 month. I need your help to achieve this. I am a YouTuber, I make great exciting videos, traveling, asking people about hot topics. You can check out my videos, subscribe, follow, share and like. Let's hit this target of 10,000 subscribers in 1 month. Together we can do this. Let the internet unite and let's make this happen.